Good morning, y'all. Another morning in the trailer. Once again, still waiting on that morning when I could just wake up and have that perfect morning, but this morning ain't gonna be it either. What I'm doing right now is I am gathering all of my personal belongings and pretty much packing the trailer up so that I can take it just 4.4 miles down the road to Camping World for them to go ahead and look at this stove top, do whatever they need to do, get the serial number, um, all that good stuff so that they can replace this. And even then, there's still no guarantee that they are going to actually replace it. So I could just be doing all of this in vain. Um, but nevertheless, I'm going to go ahead and pack up the trailer. Now, an alternative to this would be to go home and get my own screwdriver and stuff and, take this thing off myself. But I just don't feel comfortable doing that. It's just way too much glass for me. So I'm going to go ahead and take it on over there. I'm going early today, so I should be back well before dark. I'm going to have to go over to the property, turn off the water before I can move. And I'm going to finish packing up like this little stuff. I'll show you guys how much I have left. I have basically like this stuff on the table, and then I have to collapse the table itself. And that stuff in the corner, and then my photography stuff right here. And then, of course, I have to secure like little things like Draco's bowl. So this will actually be my first time moving my RV with like all of my stuff on it. Now, I'm not going to leave all this stuff on here while I'm driving, but I'm going to put some of it in my Jeep, and I'll just have to unpack it all when I get back. Um, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I am a little concerned about the prognosis of my Airbnb guests. Just before I went to sleep last night, I did get a notification that my door lock is offline again. And I'm not quite sure how it keeps going offline because, all the rest of my devices are not offline, but it just keeps saying device unavailable. And I'm trying to understand, how can that be? Like when I left, everything was good. But when I'm close to it, it hooks up to the Bluetooth. So I just don't know what's going on. Um, Also, I guess I get to hear from either Airbnb or the guest today as to whether or not they're going to pay to replace my routers, because that's another thing as well. But we'll worry about one thing at a time. But before we get into today's video, y'all, go ahead, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can be notified of future drops, stuff like that. And I'm going to finish packing up this trailer, and then we're going to do coupling again. We're going to take our time this time. That's why we're getting started early. It's like 7:53 right now. I think I have to be there at 10:30. So I'm going to take my time with this one. Not going to rush. And hopefully I'll be back by 12 so that I can just come back, get settled in. I'm also going to try to empty my tanks while I'm at Camping World, just for the hell of it. Just so I can kind of know where the dump stations are, how to do everything, and, do it during the daytime. This way, if ever you need to do it again, you'll be fine. So I'm going to finish packing this up, y'all. I'll be done in a minute, and then we're going to get to the coupling, and we'll be on our way. All right, y'all. So it's about that time to go ahead and initiate the coupling process. One thing I got to do, though, is I got to disconnect the water supply in the young lady's yard that my hoses are plugged into. So I'm about to drive over there. I'm not going down the dirt hill this morning. I just don't feel like doing all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna do all that. I'm just gonna drive over there, go through her yard, and do it that way. A little drippage. So we'll turn it off here on this, and then we'll also turn it off the other way. There we go. So this way, by the time we get back to the RV, all the water should be done flowing through the hoses. There might be a little drippage we still gotta look out for, but for the most part, all the water should be done dripping out the thing. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, it's a coyote, y'all. You see it up there? Yeah, that's a coyote right there, boy. He don't look scared either. He don't look scared at all. I hope he don't come over here by the RV though. That motherfucker like, what you want, bitch? So we got the trailer locked. Pick up this step right there. Secure that. Go ahead and remove this chalk. Oh. Damn, look like we gonna have to back up off the chocks, which is fine. That's a little ant on the side of the trailer trying to get in. Why is it shooting? Why? Didn't I cut the water off? Bro, we don't have time for this shit. Yes, it is off, but I got a little wet, and that's why I said, let me put all that stuff over there for that reason specifically. Well, first we're going to turn off the propane. Let's do that. So propane is off. All right. We'll do one final walkthrough, make sure everything is secure for things like this, like the handle. Can't have that out. So that's done. That's secure. Everything is done. Everything seems to be coupled just fine this time. So let's just say a prayer of traveling mercies this time as we go to Camping World, which is not too far away. But let's just make sure we get there safe and sound. We should this time because, like I say, the trailer is actually latched on to the ball joint this time, so it shouldn't be no problems. All right, we're gonna drive slow regardless. All right, and my goal is to just kind of make it there and let Camping World just kind of see my coupling skills to see, like, you know, did I do everything correctly here? And once they confirm, I'll feel a whole lot better. You know what I mean? Because, like, he didn't really, like, at the Camping World where I bought this trailer, he showed me what to do, but he didn't wait to see if I understood. All right, y'all. Looks like we made it to Camping World safely. We just about to get parked here in the lot. And we'll see how things go. You see how it's coupled? You see how that part right there is slanted like that? I don't think it's supposed to be like that. Like, maybe I should take the lock off and raise it up so that it straightens out and then put the lock back on once it's kind of like straight up off the ground. But I really don't think it's supposed to be tilted like that. That just don't look right to me. I'm gonna ask these folks when I get in here what their take on it is, and we'll just see. I wonder if that's what I'm supposed to be bagging into, but we'll just see. All right, y'all, so that's my Jeep and trailer over there. If you look at it, does it look like the back of the Jeep is a little low? Because from where I'm at, it looks like the back of my Jeep is a little low. And you can just kind of tell, like, looking at the space between the tires, you know what I'm saying? Are you the technician that's meeting us out there? Oh, yeah. Yeah, we'll see what she thinks. Does the back of the Jeep look a little low from here? Okay. Because I'm just looking at the space between the fenders on the tires. Look at the difference from the front to the back.
Yeah. Although, does it look too low in the back?
Because look at how the tow hitch part is, like, you see how it's like kind of being pulled down? It's not supposed to be like that, right? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I think maybe I did it wrong.
Looks like it needs to be, yeah.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be like that. I think I waited too late to put my lock on. Like the lock stops the trailer weight from going down, right?
Looks like the bumper is bent. It's not supposed to be like that either.
If it's bent, it just got bent because it wasn't always bent. It's not supposed to be like that, right? Maybe it is because, yeah, like, look at the little space here. Maybe it's supposed to be like further up on the Jeep, but still, even if it was higher,
No, because there's none. All the hitch receivers, they don't supposed to be like that. It has to be completely
straight, right? That's what I thought.
And this one, this bumper, is only holding with some bolts out there, but this one is bent.
So what should I?
Also, it's because there is no weight distribution, so that's why it looks like that.
Yeah.
Weight distribution keep the Jeep and the trailer even.
So I need a weight distribution hitch. How much is that?
That would be a question for
Yeah,
the
over there on
parts
parts.
They could give you
I
an
just
estimate.
installed one last week into a Jeep, and they got a Coleman as well, a little bit bigger, something like that, and they install a weight distribution.
Did it help?
Oh yeah,
Did it fix this problem?
right now it's bent, so we know that's gonna go back up. So now it's bent. So probably it has to be fixed first.
But it doesn't look like this when you take the trailer off. It raises back up.
That's because it's putting weight on it.
Yeah.
So it's the weight of the trailer that's weighing it down.
Putting weight on that, so yeah, you want to get your Jeep bumper fixed first, and then.
But what's wrong? I'm telling you, it's not. Once you take the trailer off, the bumper doesn't look like this.
Yeah,
That's what I'm.
because you're
You
putting
can
weight
see all
on
the
it.
you can see where the connectors are for the hitch. Every single truck that has that,
Yeah.
you will know.
It's not gonna look like this.
No. They're
Yeah.
gonna be completely straight.
I know that's the way it should be.
Yes.
I don't think it's my bumper though. I just think it looks like that now, but once you take the trailer off,
No, I can see that. I mean, this is way too much.
well, I'm saying once you take this off, it's not gonna look like this. That's what I'm saying.
You have to see if the bolt that you have here
Uh-huh.
is the proper bolt, because even if it's not the proper bolt, it's gonna come out.
Well, Camping World did it, so it better be.
Okay, very good.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
But you never know.
Yeah. All right, let me let you guys in here so you can see the damage.
Okay.
And you can cut the lights on in the roof. They're like touch or whatever. I'm gonna see if anything got knocked around. Oh, this is pretty good. Nothing fell out. My cabinet locks work. My little baby monitor locks. Not bad. Not bad. How, it's water down there. I don't know where that water came from. Hopefully not out the toilet. That's pretty good. Everything, these things they're for babies, but they work.
Yeah, that's a good idea, actually.
Use Wi-Fi.
Let me see if I have like a little vacuum or something I can.
We'll be
go
careful.
grab some details
I'm
just
so
to
scared
get
of
this
glass.
out so that way you can still use it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, because you don't want glass in it.
Please
Let
be
me get
careful.
something to see if I can.
That's my biggest fear is getting cut by glass. Yeah, he was saying I'm gonna need to replace this whole entire thing. This whole entire part is gonna need to be replaced because I guess it's gonna come with the glass cover or what have you. This is the information they needed, whatever that is down there, serial number or whatever. Serial number right there, model number right there. So, all right, y'all. So I was able to find a weight distribution hitch at Camping World. I'm only gonna pay roughly about $400 total for the part and the install. So praise God for that. The bad news is they can't install it today. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to deal with more bowling for the rest of the day, getting the RV back where I had it, as well as be here tomorrow morning at 9, do this whole thing all over again.